What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also to ask me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. But this video is entitled Do Men Gossip Like Women? Had an article on Facebook. I wound up sharing it. And they were talking about guys who basically gossip in the sense of dirty macking. You know, they're going to tell bad things about you to other women. So hopefully they can shoot their shot at them, right? And yeah, I was like, nah, men don't gossip like women. And women are like, yeah, you kind of do. And thus the question, right? Now, one of the things about people who gossip is they gravitate to being nosy. So, do men actually go about being nosy and wanting to know your personal business and what's going on in your life? But then you got to take into consideration, we talk about different age groups, people who are raised a different way. Some would say yes, and some would say no. Me personally, I'm going to just, for videos purposes, I'm going to split this down the middle. You know, some people have been taught to be a little too talkative. Like, when people watch The Breakfast Club, that's like gossip to me. You know, DJ Vlad it's kind of gossip to me. You know, like prying for information, being nosy. Now, I think the difference between him and The Breakfast Club is he references things that happened years ago, so it's not anything current. That way, even the person he's interviewing is probably past it, and society and social media has past it to a degree. But you know, if you're on YouTube and you look up your own, was recommended to you in your own algorithm as a guy, is it things that are informative or is it a form of gossip? Now, the other thing is, can the things that we watch be considered gossip? Like sports. We'll talk about sports all day. Oh yeah, man, you just saw what happened. You know, this, that. Who got traded to what? You know, in practical practice, that's gossip. But it's kind of tapered because it's not really personal. You get what I'm saying? I might have a favorite team or a favorite player, and we're chatting, and I think a lot of times we were socialized to gossip when it comes to like sports, and not necessarily our friends and family. So in that essence, yeah, we do, because we do talk. I can't say we as in everybody, but normally guys can talk about sports, history and current events and speculation all day long. You know, you just do that all day long. In different sports and different topics. Now, when women are involved, do guys throw other guys under the bus to get attention? Yeah, I've seen that happen. You know, but I don't, I don't really see it in a way where the woman respects the guy afterwards, because there's a difference when you're trying to tell her something for her to protect herself, and you're trying to tell her something to hopefully get in her underwear, right? That's two different things. So when guys do it that way, it doesn't really work out completely. Like, for the most part, it just doesn't work out. But do guys gossip like women? You know, even even at work, when guys say, you, how can I say this? I've had this conversation, and guys have had this conversation with me, where, did you know what happened? No. I remember going out with a friend of mine, and we saw somebody we mutually knew, and she was like, mm-mm. It's like, what? Can't talk to you now, because that motherfucker mind everybody business. We cool, but I don't need that in my life. I'm like, what? So, maybe about 6 months to a year passed, somewhere between that. And the guy just came up asking question after question. I'm like, so what about da 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 da? I'm like, huh? Wait, what? Nothing, man. I plead fifth. Turning to Dave Chappelle, fifth. You know, and then I went back to, I was like, man, man, I felt like I was on trial right now. And she was like, you see what I'm saying? I knew it was gonna happen eventually. I'm like, okay, understood. Because some guys want to know. He wasn't a brother though. I will say that. And maybe it's different as far as culturally or racially. Like some groups talk more than others. Cause I was watching Bad Blood on Netflix. The mafia type. Uh, Prostitutes. You know, they just want to talk. You know. Um, and then the question is, you know, do men gossip like women? Do we get therapy? Do we have? I don't think we talk. We don't talk as much as women. But I think because we don't talk as much, we don't divulge as much information or try to necessarily gossip, because we don't really spend. A lot of us don't get off on the chatter. For the guys that do, that's a whole nother story. I would say we do a lot of trash talking. That's for sure. And maybe I'm just blaming myself, but we definitely do a lot of trash talking, and that's looked at as, you know, trash talking, not necessarily not gossiping. But some of the ladies think, you know, the guys around here, you know, how can I say this? Like when a guy's a player, you know, and he's beating his chest about everybody he's been with, is he gossiping or is he advertising? When he's trying to impress you with everything that he's got going on, is he gossiping or is he advertising? When he's trying to be conspicuous, is he gossiping or is he advertising, or is it the same thing? You know, because when guys are trying to be noticed, they might run their mouth a lot. Same thing with, some of these people on social media. This is how people got caught, even in the underworld, running their mouth. So, to a degree, I think part of this is right and part of it is wrong, but it just depends on who's looking at it from which angle, right? So I'm done with this one. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.